This is feedback provided in response to the link to the latest version of the app that we've been provided with. And after consideration and discussion, we want to propose the following changes. So what we would like to see is the first homepage, when the app opens for the first time, users would see something similar to this. In other words, the drop-down menus that we were originally asking users to fill in about themselves with information on what they teach, etc., has been taken away, simplifying the screen and leaving just an introductory button, the introduction button, which when clicked would take you to a second screen, something like this. So a basic screen of information explaining what the app is about, how it's been created, and how it's linked to the MOOC. And the idea is this will give people some context before they start doing anything. And currently, the app launches itself without any context. So there's a need, I think, for this screen to be inserted before we get to what is referred to as the home page. Now, alongside this screen, we would also like to have the link for the video. At the moment, this video link is on the first page. It's on the page here below this, below the DIMP logo, but we'd like it to be separate. We'd like it to play full screen so that when people click on here, it would play full screen. But also there would be the option to skip the video. If people don't want to watch the video because they already understand it, they would go straight into the app. But if they watch the video, they would be taken to the next page, and this is where it would play. Now, this video at the moment exists with me, that's Kevin, talking. I feel there's a need to change that video to have it more punchy, more effective, and to make it into an animation. For the time being, we can leave it with me speaking, but it is something I want to talk to the project partners about, developing a better video to really get the app off to a good start. So those are a few changes that would be set at the start of the app. Notice as well the colour for the background is white to keep it simple and clean. The next page would take you to what we already have. So this looks more familiar, and this really hasn't changed at all. It's what I'm referring to now as the home page. So we're keeping the same colours, we're keeping the same menu bar up here at the top left, and the profile bar on the top right. Same text about disclaimer down here, the links to social media. So nothing different in that page. Now, one of the things we would expect users to do is to click on the It's Get Inspiration stage. So that's the next thing we would expect people to click on. And if they do that, this is what we would like them to see. So this is an adaptation of what currently exists. It gives some more explanation as to what this page is about. So this is new text, just explaining what's going on and how these videos are linked to the principles. There needs to be a link here to the principles. Now, this link would take you, as you can see, to a website where the principal videos, the videos that we have, are all lodged. So if people want to see those videos, this is how they could do it. And then the rest of this is much as it is in the current version, except there would be a single video here that would play, illustrating the principles. At the moment there are a number of videos. We feel maybe just one would be sufficient. And then if people want to see other videos, they click on the See All Videos, or they click on the Filter the Videos, which is like an advanced search. So this hasn't changed much, but the layout is slightly different. As you can see, all on a blue background. It's felt that the yellow background is very difficult to read, and so we're going to keep the colour, we want to keep the colour standard and just blue. If people want to go for an advanced search, this is where they would go. This is the Filter Video button, and a little bit of different text there just to make it clearer as to what they are doing. But most of that is what we've already got in the existing app. Okay? Now, going to the next stage, so this is the designing. Now this is quite a significant change. At the moment, the Design Innovative Mobile Pedagogies takes you to all the principal videos, and we felt it's really not necessary because the designing element of the app is all going to take place in the MOOC. So really this is redundant. What I'd like to see here is just some simple text alerting users to the fact that if they want to design an innovative mobile pedagogy, they need to log on to the onto the course. So there's a button at the bottom which would link them to the course. But we also need a video to illustrate what we're talking about. And we don't have this at the moment, so we're going to need to make a short animation explaining how the MOOC or the course works in terms of design. So what currently exists needs to be taken out. The design section at the moment is cluttered with material that we're not really needing. It's going to be used elsewhere, but we don't need it in the app. And there should be a simple screen like that. The next screen is also different. So instead of all the material about using the IPAC framework, just a simple set of text here explaining what we mean by evaluation. And in this case, talking about the tools that we've created to help people evaluate their lesson. But again, evaluation is going to take place mainly in the course, not in the app. So we plan to need to put a new video in there, and that video has to be made. Again, that video would show how these tools work. And then two buttons here. The first one is a link. This is explained in more detail in the notes, in the slides. But this is a link to the tools and the rubric. And at the moment they sat on the website. So that's a link to the website. And again, a link for anybody who wants to register on the online course. So what this page, like the previous one, is doing is more or less saying, if you want to design or evaluate a mobile learning activity, you need to register for the course. The next page is the final page. This is the Share Your Mobile Learning Activity. A little bit of different text, but not that much different to the existing one. Basically, it's saying that if you want to share what you've done, you've created it in the MOOC, you want to upload it, this is how you do it. And if you're new to it, you would need to register. If not, you would log in and upload your activity. So that's really no different to the existing web-based app. And that's the end of the slides. So those are the changes that we are asking to be considered and to be made. Much of this is actually about taking material out of the current app, not adding to it, but also changing the layout slightly in terms of colours, adding some new text, and hopefully that won't be too demanding or too time consuming, and we can have that done in time for the launch of the MOOC in October.